everyone, welcome back to Biophilia, your all-time study mate. Today we are going to continue with the part 3 about this chapter where we are studying about protozoans, helminths and funguses causing diseases. So if you like this video and get some help, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our amazing channel Biophilia. So let's start about the diseases. So diseases में first of all we had covered about bacterial diseases जो bacteria से होंगे, then we had also covered the viral diseases caused by viruses. So both the links will be provided down in the description box, so you can go and surely check out those videos as well. So starting today with about protozoan diseases, so we are going to discuss about two major diseases caused by protozoans जो होते हैं malaria and amoebiasis. So let's first understand in detail about malaria. Malaria में the pathogen is going to be a protozoan that needs to be remembered. So malaria जो generally बोलते हैं mosquito से फैलता है. So mosquito is going to be a vector. But what is the causative agent? Mosquito is not exactly causing the disease. It is just a vector. It is acting like a vehicle. एक transporter है वो. Okay. So it is very important to remember that the malaria is caused by a plasmodium, which is having different kinds of species. So हो सकता है that you have the species of Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale or falciparum. So it depends upon what kind of species has been attacked on the malaria, but all will be causing malaria. So mode of transmission में the malarial parasite, which is coming from the genera of Plasmodium, is going to require two hosts. So ये two host कौन से होते हैं? The first one is going to be the human, wherein the asexual phase of the life cycle will be covered, or mosquito में, whereas the specific mosquito is needed, that is female of Anopheles mosquito, जहाँ पे sexual phase of the life of the parasite will be completed. So for that reasons the parasite is going to require two hosts, that is human and mosquitoes. So wo alternately it will be changing so that the life cycle will be completed. So this is over here the female of the Anopheles mosquito, which is going to transport the different kinds of malarial parasite. And now over here we also see that there is a World Malaria Day जो 25th of April को celebrate करते हैं, and the reason for that is going to be to spread awareness and the different kinds of knowledge can be spreaded regarding malaria. So malaria को prevent कर सकते हो once you are going to reduce the mosquito counts around. So there can be medicines that can be told to you how to deal with malaria or how can you prevent malaria, or such kinds of things will be demonstrated on this world so that more and more people come to know about it in detail. So that Malaria Day is nothing but scheduled to be on 25th of April. So what is the life cycle of Plasmodium? Life cycle of Plasmodium, as we had seen, there are going to be two hosts. The number one host, which is going to be mosquito, जहाँ पे sexual life of the parasite is going to be undergoing, and in the human there will be a sexual life of the Plasmodium that will be completed. So now over here we see the number one phase. We will start from here जबकि mosquito bite होगा. This is the skin layer, the barrier between the two life cycles. So first mosquito is going to bite, and as the mosquito is going to bite, ये जो parasite जो plasmodium है उसके जो spores होंगे वो आपके स्किन में से अंदर जाएंगे during the blood suck. So यहाँ से वो अंदर चलेगा. They have entered your body. Once they have entered your body, they will go into the hepatic cells. Hepatic cells क्या होंगे? These will be the cells that are going to be in the liver. So as the blood circulation comes near the liver में जाके these are going to stabilize and they will be forming their new cells. So then they will be maturing into the mature liver schizoid, and now that will be a big sac जहाँ पे बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे और merozoids है. So these merozoids will be full in a bag, और वो bag के साथ will be called as mature liver schizoid, जो कुछ टाइम बाद फट जाएगा because now there is no more space remaining, and now these merozoids will be left out into the blood circulation, and as they are left out in the blood circulation they will enter the erythrocytes. So erythrocytes यानी अब liver में से हटके these have entered into the RBCs, and once they enter into the RBCs the next phase will be seen, that is called as tropinzoid. Tropinzoid के बाद they will be maturing and forming another bag like structure which is going to be called as erythrozoid schizoid, और अब इसमें भी बहुत सारे स्पोर्स भरे होंगे, and as soon as the spores will be developed so much कि अभी RBC और उसे झेल नहीं पा रहा है, and now the RBC will rupture, and as it ruptures there will be much more gametocytes released. So these gametocytes will be having males and females which will be floating out in the blood circulation, और जब दूसरा मस्कीटो आके the infected person को bite करेगा, so this time the second bite of the mosquito is going to be on the infected person. So this needs to be remembered. सेकेंड बाइट जो है मस्कीटो का दैट इज ऑन द इन्फेक्टेड पर्सन, फर्स्ट बाइट जो था दैट वाज ऑन द healthy person. So as soon as there is a second bite of female Anopheles on the infected person, all these gametocytes will be going into the body of mosquito. वहाँ पे ये जो दो गैमेट्स होंगे दैट इज माइक्रोगैमेट, जो छोटा गैमेट होगा दैट विल बी रिजेंबलिंग द मेल वन, और जो बड़ा गैमेट होगा दैट इज मैक्रोगैमेट विल बी रिजेंबलिंग द फीमेल गैमेट. So they will be fusing together in the mosquito's body forming a zygote. जैसे ही zygote बनेगा the zygote will be going into the mosquito's midgut, यानी वो digestive system में enter करेगा. वहाँ पे there will be ookinete formation. Ookinete will develop into a oocyst. Oocyst will, it is a cyst, so it is again a bag-like structure, and this bag-like structure will burst open releasing sporozoids. So sporozoids is actually the infective stage जो actually malaria cause करता है. So this infective stage of sporozoid, once it enters the salivary glands, because it had entered the midgut, so midgut में से ये ऊपर travel करेंगे, they will enter the salivary glands, and this infective stage is now being ready that once the mosquito bites into a healthy person, ये स्पोरोजॉइड्स जाके नए hepatic cells में जाके infection cause करेंगे and complete their life cycle again. So that was about the entire details of how Plasmodium is going to use humans and mosquito complete its life cycle. Now we move on to the second disease caused by protozoans in our study, that is about Amoebiasis, also called as Amoebiac dysentery. So the pathogen of that is going to be Ant Amoeba histolica. So 8th, 9th, 10th you must have also heard about a protozoan that is called as amoeba. So amoeba जो होता है, amoeba and ant amoeba are different because the ant amoeba is going to be much more larger than the case of amoeba. So this ant amoeba is going to cause the amoebiasis, and how is it going to infect? The mode of transmission is going to be because of house flies. So जैसे हमने मलेरिया के बारे में पढ़ा, as the mosquito was being a vector as a vehicle to transport the pathogen, वैसे ही here the house fly is going to act like a mechanical carrier, or you can also call it as a vector in much more good terms. So it will be a vector and it will serve as a vehicle to transmit the parasite from one feces of the infected person to the food particles. So जो मक्खियाँ होती है वो बहुत गंदे गंदे जगहों से आती है, so it might be sitting on the feces of the infected person, and now it will roam here and there and sit on different kinds of foodstuffs. It will be sitting on drinking water or whatever, it's wherever it sits it is going to contaminate that thing because of it had been sitting on the feces, और वो जो feces of infected person होता है there is going to be this ant amoeba histolytica. So once the intake of contaminated food has been done, it will be the main source of infection. So that is the reason you try to keep away houseflies from your drinking water or your food. So that is the reason that it can be a source of transmission for amoebiasis. So अब अभी amoebiasis किसी को हुआ है, how will you understand it? First of all, you can have some symptoms that can give you the idea about amoebiasis. That is, first of all, there might be constipation, there might be abdominal pain, cramps, because this ant amoeba histolytica is going to majorly infect on the intestines. So intestines mein jab bhi there is going to be any sort of infection, there might be constipation, abdominal pain, there might be cramps and stool which will be with excess of mucus and even blood clots, because there will be boring of the, there will be drilling into the intestinal mucosa. So drilling of mucosa is going to lead to bleeding, and that bleeding is going to be resulting into clots that will be seen in the feces. So जो parasite होगा, the parasite as it multiplies and divides into many more amoebas, they will be also seen in the feces once the feces or stool sample has been collected. So stool sample may also you can find amoebas that will be confirming that the person is suffering from amoebiasis. So that was about our second disease caused by protozoans. Now let us understand about the diseases that are caused by helminths. So जैसे हमने protozoans के लिए 2 diseases discuss किए, let us now discuss 2 diseases for helminths. So first one is going to be about Ascariasis and the second one is about Filariasis. So first one, let's discuss it in detail. So Ascariasis जो होता है, as the name is going to suggest you that the pathogen is going to be Ascariasis lumbricoides, which is going to be a round worm. So round worms के बारे में you had already studied in Animal Kingdom of class 11. If you have not remembering about them, then you can surely go and check out the videos on Animal Kingdom on our channel. So even those links will be provided down in the description box, so you can go and surely check out about in detail for the roundworms. So this is a roundworm which is going to be an intestinal parasite, and generally it will be attacking on the small intestines. So जैसे ही ये पैथोजन आपके बॉडी में आता है, it is going to cause the disease called as Ascariasis. So how does exactly the pathogen enter into your body? So mode of transmission is going to be, the eggs are going to come into your body. The eggs will be coming from the feces of the infected person, and they might be contaminating the soil, they can be contaminating water or even the plants. So soil may, if the feces have been decomposing onto the soil, and ye soil say on the from the cuts from your hands or your feet, या आपने वही गंदे हाथों से खाना खा लिया, and all that things can lead to Ascariasis. The water which was flowing from pipes, और वहाँ पे लीकेज हो रहा था, and साइड से ड्रेनेज लाइन थी, या someone was defecating nearby the drinking water lines, और वहाँ पे if anything happens like that and anyway the contamination occurs, then these eggs of parasite may come and contaminate your water or your food, that can cause infection. And it can also cause infection through contamination of fruits and vegetables, because हो सकता है कि वो गंदे पानी से इन्हें धोया हुआ होगा, and because of that dirty water the cleaning was not done, but exactly the eggs of these parasite might have landed onto these fruits and vegetables or the green leafy vegetables, and that you have consumed. So in a way that was the consumption of contaminated food and water that can cause the transmission line. So once these pathogens have entered into your body, they are going to show some signs and symptoms. So the symptoms for Ascariasis are going to include the internal bleeding, because these worms are going to be parasites. इनको क्या चाहिए? Finally they want nutrition. For that reason they are entering into your body and they need nutrient from the host. जो host कौन है? Host is going to be the human. So human nutrition source कहाँ से देगा? This nutrient is going to come from blood. So these are going to do what? These are going to bore into your mucosa lining. वो boring से these are going to suck your blood from the small intestine, because small intestine, as you have studied in digestive system as well, the small intestine is going to be the site जहाँ पे absorption बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. So because there is absorption site, there is a lot of blood capillaries that will be nearby the small intestine area, and that is the reason these parasites are going to go and settle into the small intestine to suck all the nutrition from the blood. So these will be causing internal bleeding because वो blood suck कर रहे हैं. There might be a lot many more, and the bleeding can occur. There might be muscular pain because of that boring and bleeding and sucking of blood. There will be fever because some external substance has entered into your body, and your body is trying to fight with increasing temperature, as we have already discussed in the previous two videos. So fever will be seen. There might be anemic conditions because there is going to be blood loss. Blood will be sucking out, so blood is sucked, so the anemia conditions will be showing. और वो इतना ज़्यादा worms होंगे in your entire intestine, there might be not one or two eggs coming into your infection, but hundreds and thousands of eggs that can contaminate your body. And once it happens likewise, they keep on sucking your blood, और वो इतने फैल जाएंगे that they will be able to block your internal passages. So intestine passages को block कर देंगे. Your food will not pass through the small intestine, और small intestine से food pass नहीं होगा. What will happen? There might be constipation. There might be, the person might not be able to pass his stools. There might be abdominal pain. Because of all that reasons, the person can understand कि हो सकता है that there has been a lot of worms that have been, gathered into his intestines. So for that reason, many a times people who work under such circumstances, or even during monsoons or such cases wherein contamination can be easily be possible, उस conditions में deworming के tablets लोग खाना prefer करते हैं. So for prevention purpose, you can go and ask the chemist or doctor to give deworming tablets. So deworming tablets, when you use, if by any chance if there is any kind of, mode of transmission that has entered into your body, then these deworming tablets might be as a preventive source that these eggs do not hatch, and they will be saving you from different kinds of parasitic worms. So that was about Ascariasis. So previously न्यूज़ में बहुत ये भी आया था कि किसी आदमी के पेट में बहुत सारी मैगी फंस गई, right? There was Maggie that had been stuck, there was noodles that had been stuck. So these were not noodles that had been stuck, or they were not noodles which were blocking the particular, intestine. But what were these? These were nothing but the worms. What are these? These are all the worms which were blocking the entire intestine. So here also you can see how there is going to be blocking of the intestines entirely, and these are going to be the eggs of these worms जो आपके food और water को contaminate करेंगे. So this is a microscopic level view. You cannot exactly see these eggs by your naked eye. So that is going to be a reason that you don't understand that your water is contaminated. But after you have the Ascariasis, you might understand that you somewhere have been drinking or eating the contaminated food. Moving on with the next disease, that is about Filariasis, also called as Elephantiasis, which is going to be caused by again the Wuchereria bancrofti, या फिर दूसरा species हो सकता है, that is Wuchereria malai. So this is very important to remember that this is the pathogen that is going to cause Elephantiasis. So mode of transmission of these pathogens is going to be because of the bite of infected female Culex mosquito. So again here very important, it is a female Culex mosquito. Males के bite से it is not going to transmit, only female Culex mosquito. And as we had already seen such kind of disease that is spreading by mosquito, the first one we saw about dengue, then we saw about chikungunya, which we have discussed already in the previous two videos, and now we also saw about malaria जो mosquito bites से spread होता है. So what are the symptoms for filariasis? It is going to be that the filarial worms, again these are worms that is going to cause this disease that is called as elephantiasis. It will be slowly developing into a chronic infection. There will be inflammation of the organs, and that might be living there in your body for many long years. So these are generally going to affect your lymphatic vessels, So lymph vessels of thighs, legs are generally going to be infected, जिसकी वजह से lymphatic vessels में blockage हो सकती है. And once the lymphatic vessels have been blocked, the circulation of the lymph cannot occur. And as the man is a standing animal, what is going to happen if the legs are being blocked? हो सकता है यहाँ पे एक blockage आ गया, and this blockage is because of the infection of this filiary worms. The blockage of the lymph vessels, what is it going to do? The lymph flow is not going to occur. It will only be coming down, but it will not be able to go up and get circulated. So उसकी वजह से there is going to be swelling of legs, there will be swelling of scrotum in the males, and even some other parts of the body. And generally the genital organs will also be affected and resulting into gross deformities, because the lymph will be not able to flow and get circulated all over, and that is going to cause a very thick leg. So you can see up over here as well that this is going to be the infected leg, and this is going to be the normal leg. So infected leg or normal leg mein the difference is going to be the infected leg is very much swollen, and it looks like an elephant's feet, right? It looks like what? It looks like the elephant's feet. And because it looks like the elephant's feet, what is going to be called as the disease is called as the elephantiasis. So the infected feet looks like a elephant feet. So patla wala pair jo hoga, it is normal, this is be swollen. Then the testicles are also going to be swollen, the scrotum is going to be swollen, again because of the swelling and all that things will be causing the elephantiasis. And this is going to be your female culex mosquito, which is going to be causing and transmitting the particular disease. Now we come to the third part of our video, which is about fungal diseases, and one of the fungal diseases we are discussing is ringworms. So ringworms may the fungi which are going to be involved are from three genera, and it is going to be a very important MCQ regarding understanding the genera that causes these fungal diseases. So the first one is going to be microsporum, second is going to be trichopython, and the third one is going to be epidermophyton, which is going to be causing these ringworms. So mode of transmission is going to be these fungus will be growing from the soil. So soil में से contamination होगा, या फिर they might be coming from the infected person. So infected person का अगर आपने towel use किया है या clothes use किए हैं, या even the comb of the infected individuals is the potent source for transmission of these fungal diseases. So symptoms are going to be appearance of dry scaly lesions. Lesions are like cut, like वहाँ पे ऐसे cutting of the skin होगी, वहाँ पे ऐसे bruises आएंगे, and there will be different kinds of nails, scale and scalp के ऊपर आपको dry surfaces दिखेंगे. These lesions are going to be continuous itching will be there, आपको बहुत खुजली आएगी, बहुत dry हो जाएगा. And these funguses love to grow in the places that have heat and moisture. So जहाँ पे आपका it is difficult to clean, या if it is difficult to keep the surfaces dry, such surfaces पे these fungal diseases can easily be occurring. So based on that areas from where the ringworm grows, they will be discussed in three things. The first one is going to be about Tinea cruis, which is going to be growing in the groin and the perineum area. So groin is between your two legs. So वहाँ पे there might be the chances that these fungal ringworms will grow very easily, because this is the place जहाँ पे moisture बहुत जल्दी आ सकता है because of sweating, or because of after bathing you are not having proper cleanliness. These fungal diseases can grow very well in those areas. The second is going to be Tinea barbarii, which is going to be at the beard areas. जिन लोगों को beard रखने की आदत होती है, these people need to be very very careful about this ringworms, because these ringworms can very well grow on the places where the people have beard. So beard को maintain करने के लिए you have to be careful about this fungal infections. The third one is going to be the tinea pedis, which is also called as athlete's foot. So athlete's foot में the person is going to get the ringworms between his toes or on the feet or on the thumb or nearby the ankle or ऐसी जगहों पे wherein the person is wearing socks for a lot of period of time, उसके पैर गीले के गीले रहते हैं, या there is a lot of sweating and no cleaning, and all that things can also lead to athlete's foot or the tinea pedis, which occurs onto the feet region. So here you need to understand what are the three places wherein the fungal diseases, the ringworms, they are going to grow. And now you know that why these are called as ringworms, because these funguses are going to grow in ring sort of. So here you can see how these are going to grow in ring formats, and therefore the name of ringworm. So that was all about the diseases that we had to discuss today in this video. So before this, we have already completed all the theory part that was needed for you to solve these questions. So here are some questions that will help you to recall about everything that we have seen in this video. So do let me know your answers in the comment section down below. अगर आप कोई और book से या कहीं और से if you're trying to solve some questions, then surely you can share those questions as well. So we can have a healthy family who are discussing and solving questions and practicing about it. So that will be very much appreciated if you all can do. And with this we can have a little recall about what we have studied. So अगर आपको ये question समझ आ रहे हैं and if you can solve them as you see the video, then it's a very good grasping power. If you can't, then again you can rewind the video and see it, and again you can solve these and send many more questions. So that was from my side. Now it's your turn to go and solve as many as questions as you can, so the concepts will be much more stronger. So if you liked this video and got some help about understanding this topic, then don't hesitate to hit the like button and share it to your friends so that even they can score very well with you and enter into the college that you go. Then you can also subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss out on any of the videos that will be coming up on these and other chapters as well. So that was all from my side today. Till then we meet back again. Keep studying hard, keep smiling. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.